Alright, well, welcome everyone to this special edition of the Cat Genetics series, the Warrior Special. Yeah, this is pretty exciting, except I actually recorded this before and my microphone decided to make me sound like a chipmunk, so I have to record this all over again. I do have to leave for work, so I will pause, obviously, this and then continue. But, yeah. So, anyways, we're going to review all the families in the Warrior series by Aaron Hunter. And before we start, and it's kind of a recap of all the things that we've learned so far in our series that you guys been going through, and I have been teaching you, that we're going to go over the basic feline genetics rules according to the Cat Fanciers Association, so the CFA. So just to clarify, when the CFA uses the term color, it refers to color only, so blue, cream, black, red, yeah. When pattern is used, it's referred to pattern only, so tabby, shaded, color point, smoke. When both are affected, the statement will contain the term color and pattern. So both are affected. Anyway, so if you actually do know the rules, which I don't recommend skipping, but if you want to skip, I'll put the time to skip here. But seriously, I do recommend you don't skip, just so I don't have to repeat things in the comments if you think I got things wrong. Anyways, let's start with the first rule. Male kittens always obtain both color genes from the dam, aka the mother. The male offspring in a litter will always be either the color of the dam, or one of the colors in the case of tortoise shells, or the dilute form of the dam's colors. See the statement on dilutions for more information. 2. Female kittens take one color gene from each parent. The color of the female kittens in a litter will always be either a combination of the sire, aka the father, and dam's colors, or the dilute form of those colors. To obtain any of the red or cream colors and patterns in female kittens, the sire must be one of the red or cream colors and patterns, plus the dam must have some form demonstrated red or cream. She could be a tortie. Only the immediate parents determine the color and pattern of a kitten. The color and pattern found in the pedigree of a kitten will not always directly affect the color and pattern of the kitten. One notable exception is the color point gene, which can carry through a number of generations. That means no grandparents, no aunts, no uncles, no cousins, nothing. It's just the mother and the father that can give a kitten their color. And I think this series does a lot of, grandparents and aunts and uncles determining color. So I think I already found a loophole there. A kitten's pattern can be inherited from either parent. A dominant characteristic, such as all dominant colors and patterns, such as shaded, smoke, white, as in dominant white, tabby, bicolor, or that's the white spotting, etc., cannot skip generations. The characteristic cannot be transmitted from one generation to the next without showing that characteristic in each generation. One example can be color points. Not color points, bicolors. Bicolors can have offspring that don't look like bicolors, but they still have that gene, and that gene will be present when if that cat has a kitten and it has white spotting. It cannot be that they that's how it works. Anyways, this is the unedited version, by the way, so very rarely am I going to actually edit stuff in this. A cat displaying a dominant color such as black, red, or tortie must have a parent which displays a dominant color. 2 recessive color parents, such as cream or blue, cannot produce an offspring of a dominant color, black or red. 2 color point parents cannot produce a non-color point offspring. To get a color point kitten, both parents must be carrying the color point gene, even if they do not appear color point themselves. Like we said, that's the only one that can pass through generations. A non-silver tabby must have at least one parent that is either shaded or a tabby. A silver tabby must have at least one silver tabby shaded or smoke parent. All red cats will have some form of tabby markings. Whether or not a red can produce as a tabby will depend on whether it is a true tabby with a tabby or shaded parent, or whether it is a red with ghost markings and neither a tabby or a shaded parent. A red tabby that is not a true tabby cannot produce a tabby offspring of any other color without being bred to a true tabby or a shaded. That's one I actually don't think I may have pointed this out in one of my lessons. But yes, all reds are tabbies, but they don't genetically always appear tabbies. So I will use a term false tabby for red characters, aka that means orange. I always call them red. I'll use the term false tabby to say that it's probably a solid, but it has ghost markings, as they say. Alright, a cat with a white undercoat, like a smoke or a shaded, must have a parent with a white undercoat. That's under the silver gene rules. A shaded cat must have at least one parent that is shaded. A shaded parent can produce a smoke offspring, but a non-shaded smoke parent cannot produce a shaded offspring unless bred to be a shaded. Because smoke is the solid version of the silver gene, while shaded is the tabby. And two solids cannot have a tabby, so it works the same way. Two smokes cannot have a shaded or chinchilla. A bicolor must have a bicolor parent. Tortoiseshell cats, either blue cream or black cream, are almost always female, but males can and do occasionally occur and are not always sterile. A white cat must have a white parent when it comes to dominant white. A white cat breeds both as a white, which you see, and a masked color, which you don't see, and can produce based on both white and the unseen color and pattern. The masked color and pattern must be determined based on the white's pedigree and the offspring produced in a controlled breeding in order to effectively predict the color and pattern of the expected offspring. Interestingly, white kittens may have a spot of color on the top of their heads when born. This color should be noted as it is the color that a white is masking and the color that the cat will breed as when it's an adult. The spot of color may be visible for several months but often disappears as the kitten matures. Genetics for solid white cats can affect the possible color and pattern of expected kittens in that the white parent may be masking the color and pattern needed to produce the result. Two long hair parents cannot produce a short hair kitten, but we're not going to focus on the length of hair in this episode. Two classic tabby parents cannot produce a mackerel, spotted, or tick tabby kitten. A tick tabby must have a tick tabby parent. A mackerel or spotted tabby must have a mackerel, spotted, or ticked tabby parent. The dilute gene must be present in both the sire and dam's pedigree in order to produce a dilute offspring. The chocolate or lilac gene must be present in both the sire and dam's pedigree in order to produce chocolate or lilac offspring, and the same goes for cinnamon and fawn. Alright, are you ready for this? Let us begin. First, we have Algernon and Bess, and their offspring, Rena. The wiki describes Algernon as creamy brown, which I will interpret as fawn. We also see that Bess is black. Already, Rena should not be possible as red is dominant to black and cinnamon, and Bess would either need to be a torty or a red, and Algernon should be a cream. But what is possible is for Rena to be bicolor and to not be diluted. Bess and Algernon could carry a level 1 white spotting where it's not visible, but can show up with Rena. So Rena should not be red. She shouldn't exist. She should be either black, chocolate, or cinnamon, but she can be bicolor and dilution carrier, so I guess I'll give her that. Next we have Apple Dusk and Reed Shine and their offspring Applefrost, Shyheart, and Willow Nose. We have no idea what the 3 offspring officially look like, but we can speculate. Apple Dusk is fawn, while Reed Shine is red. Since she is not mentioned as a tabby, we'll assume she's a false tabby. With that said, we can speculate 4 different scenarios. If Reed Shine does not carry a chocolate or cinnamon, then the 3 kittens would have been black torty for female or red for males. If Reed Shine does not carry a chocolate or cinnamon gene but carries a dilution gene, ugh, sorry. Then the kittens could have been a black torty or blue torty for females and red or cream for males. If Reed Shine carried a chocolate or cinnamon gene but no dilution gene, the offspring could have been black torty, chocolate torty, or cinnamon torty for females and red for males. And if Reed Shine carried a chocolate or cinnamon gene and a dilution gene, her offspring would have been black torty, blue torty, chocolate torty, or cinnamon torty, lilac torty, or fawn torty for the females, and red or cream for the males. It is not mentioned that they have white spotting, so it's hard to say whether the offspring would have had white on them. So yeah, that's an interesting one. Next is Beach Fur and Gorse Tail. Don't like that gorse word. And their offspring Sedge Whisker, Thistleheart, and Swallowtail. Beach Fur is said to be light brown, so I'll say he's either lilac or cinnamon. It says that Gorse Tail is a pale gray and white tabby. That makes me think she's a blue silver shaded tabby. Sedge Whisker is said to be a light brown tabby, so probably chocolate tabby. Thistleheart is white, and Swallowtail is dark gray or blue. The family is probable, but the one thing that bugs me is that if Gorse Tail is a shaded, she should have at least 1 silver offspring. However, seeing that Thistleheart is most likely a level 10 white spotting, she could be the shaded one, but her white is just covering the colors. And Swallowtail could get the blue gene from Gorse Tail, so I'll say that this family is possible. Next we have Beach Fur with a mystery mate, and their offspring, Moth Pelt. Moth Pelt is described as a black and brown tom, which isn't possible. Black and brown cannot coexist unless it's some mutation that I have not studied on yet. The only thing I could think of that he's maybe a golden shade, but that's the only thing I could think of. Either way, Moth Pelt probably doesn't exist if it's just black and brown. Moth Pelt just shouldn't exist in general. Anyways, next is Birchfall and Whitewing and their offspring Ivy Pool and Dovewing. Birchfall is a cinnamon tabby, while Whitewing is white. We see that Ivy Pool and Dovewing are both blue, therefore Birchfall must have a dilution gene, and Whitewing would most likely be a dilute under her fur. Since Ivy Pool has white spotting and none of the offspring are all white, then Whitewing must be a level 10 white spotting. Whitewing must also be a solid and Birchfall to be a heterozygous tabby in order for Ivy Pool to be a tabby and Dovewing to be solid blue. So this family is possible. Next is Birdflight and Cloudstar and their offspring Spotted Pelt and Gorse Claw. Birdflight is a light brown tabby, so either that means he's chocolate, lilac, cinnamon, or maybe even cream. And Cloudstar is a light gray with white cloud-like markings. That's kind of odd and very specific, but she's legit, I guess, so blue with white spotting. Spotted Pelt is a tortie, most likely a black calico, while Gorse Claw is a black tabby. This family is not possible, unfortunately. If Birdflight was cream, then all Spotted Pelt and Gorse Claw should both be dilutes. But if Birdflight was lilac or cinnamon or chocolate, then Spotted Pelt doesn't have any way to get or red in her fur. So either way, this family is not possible. Next, we have Blue Star and Oakheart and their offspring Missy Star, Stone Fur, and Moss Kit. Blue Star is blue, while Oakheart is chocolate. All the offspring are blue, while Moss Kit has white spotting. This means that either Blue Star or Oakheart is a level 1 white spotting. If Oakheart is a dilution carrier and Blue Star is homozygous black, then it's very probable for Missy Star, Stone Fur, and Moss Kit to be all blue. Next, we have Bracken and Red Claw and their offspring Barkface. I feel so bad for him. And Shrew Claw. Bracken Fur is red, and he's not mentioned as a tabby, so she is probably a false tabby. And Red Claw is mentioned as red, but with no mention of tab either, so he must also be false. Barkface and Shrew Claw have no white spotting, meaning Bracken Fur and Red Claw are not carriers, but Barkface and Shrew Claw are chocolate, which is not possible when two reds meet. Even if Bracken Fur and Red Claw were chocolate characters, Barkface and Shrew Claw should be red. So this family is not possible. Next we have Bright Flower and Brackenfoot and their offspring Rowanberry, Mint Kit, Marigold Kit, Nut Whisker, and Yellow Fang. Sorry, I stabbed myself with a paperclip accidentally. Bright Flower is a red tabby, and Brackenfoot is red, and he's not mentioned as tabby, so he must be false, but with dark legs. What? It's possible that maybe he's Burmese, but it doesn't say his tail and face are darker too. Let's just say he's Burmese. And we see that Rowanberry is a chocolate tortie, Mint Kit is blue, Marigold Kit is a black tortie, and Nut Whisker is chocolate, and Yellow Fang is dark blue. None of these offspring would actually be able to exist without Bright Flower being a tortie, because red parents cannot have chocolate, blue, or tortie offspring, only red. So this family is not possible. Next, we have Brightheart and Cloudtail and their offspring Whitewing, Snowbush, Dewdnose, and Ambermoon. Brightwing is red with white spotting, and she's not mentioned as a tabby, therefore she must be a false tabby. And Cloudtail is white. By the looks of Whitewing and Snowbush being white, we could say that Cloudtail is a dominant white and would fit with his blue eyes. However, Whitewing has green eyes, which dominant cats don't have. Ambermoon is red and not mentioned as a tabby, therefore a false tabby, and Dewdnose is blue would indicate that Cloudtail is either black or blue under his white, depending on the dilution genes between him and Brightheart. And since none of the offspring are mentioned as tabbies, it's safe to say that Cloudtail is solid and Brightheart is a false tabby. Since having two white kittens does fit in with the dominant white families, we could say his family is possible. But it's also possible that Cloudtail, Whitewing, and Snowbush are all just level 10 white spotting. Yeah, white spotting, level 10 white spotting actually isn't as common as you think. Usually, with white spotting, it's usually around, tuxedo to like van patterns. They're definitely common, don't get me wrong, but the series, as far as I know, does not seem to have a lot of bicolors, like variety, where just some of them have spots. Like, that kind of bugs me. I don't think Erin Hunter did her research that well. Or she's just not original with cat designs. Anyways, please excuse me, because I should have put a disclaimer at the front. I have never read Warriors, so I am kind of a hypocrite. But, So I've never read Warriors, so I'm going at this with a blind eye. And I may say, kind of rude stuff about Erin Hunter, but I do know that she wrote these books. There's nothing she could do to change the characters unless she completely rewrote the series. What's done is done, and I understand. But it's kind of fun to tease her. I'm a teasing person. I married Robin, for goodness sakes. Our whole relationship's based on teasing each other. Anyways, continuing on. Next, we have Bright Sky and Mudfur, and their only known offspring, Leopard Star. Bright Sky is red with white spotting, and is not mentioned as a tabby, therefore she's a false tabby. And Mudfur is said to be a mottled light brown, so maybe a chocolate tabby? And Leopard Star is called a golden tabby with spots, therefore she must be a spotted tabby, and the only way she could be a tabby is if mud fur is a tabby. Golden is a broad term, which could mean cream, red, fawn, cinnamon, or she actually has the golden gene and maybe is a chocolate tabby, since we learned with golden comes from the silver gene, but neither of them don't seem to be to silvers. I mean, it's possible that mud fur is maybe a chocolate silver shade. It's hard to say though. But however, mud fur isn't mentioned as a tabby. It just says mottled. So I can't safely say that Leopard Star is even possible at this point. I'm going to have to say no for the time being that she shouldn't exist, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, next we have Brindleface and Redtail and their offspring Sandstorm. Brindleface is a blue tabby while Redtail is a male calico. Oh, great. Oh, well, maybe he's just one of the rare ones. I don't know. Well, if he can reproduce, he's either a chimera or he has somatic mutation. Chimera means that two embryos merged while they were merged together to form one kitten, which would explain why a male could be torty, but he can only pass on the orange gene or the black gene. He can't pass on both. And with somatic mutation, that's kind of like birthmarks that darken your skin, so his fur would be darker as well. So he would technically be a red cat, but with black. I'm gonna say that he's somatic mutation. That just makes more sense to me if his tail's red. Sandstorm is a cream tabby. Since Brindleface and Redtail are not mentioned as tabbies, it's safe to say that Sandstorm is a false tabby. We don't have to go into the details of Redtail's genetic makeup, actually, because turns out this family is not possible. If Redtail was to pass the red gene and Brindleface passed the black gene, Sandstorm should be a black or blue tortie. She shouldn't be at all cream. Anyways, I have to go to work. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back from work. And let's continue on. Next, we have Brindleface again, but with a mystery mate and her offspring Fern Cloud, two unknown offspring, and Ash Fur. We already discussed that Brindleface is a blue tabby, and Fern Cloud and Ash Fur are both blue, so it could be safe to say that the mystery mate was either a black dilution carrier or was blue. And both of them look like spotted tabbies, therefore the mystery mate may also be a spotted tabby. Since all of them are tabbies and all of them are blue, I can say this family is very probable. Next we have Broken Shadow and Stone Song and their known offspring Fallen Leaves. Broken Shadow is a red tabby with white spotting, and Stone Song may be a black smoke or a black tabby. Haven't figured that out. Fallen Leaves is red with white spotting and is not mentioned as a tabby, so he's a false tabby. But for Fallen Leaves to be a false tabby, both Broken Shadow and Stone Song would have to be heterozygous tabbies, and he's the 25% non-true tabby. He also didn't get the 50% chance of being a smoke if Stone Song is a smoke. Despite this family is possible because a black tom and a red queen can have a red male kitten. Yay! Next we have Brooke where small fish swim. Why would anyone name their cat that? And Stone Fur and their offspring Pine that clings to rock and Lark that sings at dawn. Why? Brooke is a black classic tabby, and Stormfur is a black smoke. Pine is probably a chocolate solid, and Lark is probably a chocolate tabby. Since Pine and Lark are both brown cats, it's safe to say that Brooke and Stormfur were both chocolate carriers. Brooke is probably a heterozygous tabby, therefore Pine could be a solid, and it is possible for neither of them to be smokes if Brooke is or if Stormfur, is heterozygous for a silver. Therefore, this family is possible. Next we have Chasing Cloud and Rising Moon and their offspring Stone Teller, or known as Half Moon. Why would you change? Anyways. Chasing Cloud and Rising Moon are both blue with white spotting, and Stone Teller is all white, meaning she's a level 10 white spotting, who is also blue under her fur, so this family is probable. Next we have Cinderheart and Lion Blaze and their offspring Fern Song, Sorrel Stripe, and Holly Tuft. Cinderheart is a blue tabby and Lion Blaze is probably a red tabby. As we see, Fern Song is likely a red tabby, Sorrel Stripe is a chocolate solid, and Holly Tuft is a black solid. As we see, there is no white spotting, with Sorrel Stripe and Holly Tuft being solids. Cinderheart and Lion Blaze are both heterozygous tabbies. Also, both Lion Blaze and Cinderheart would need to carry the chocolate gene for Sorrel Stripe to be chocolate. However, this family is not possible. Sorrel Stripe and Holly Tuft should both be torties, while Fern Song should either be black or chocolate. If Cinderheart was a blue Torby, then Fern Song would be possible, but Sorrel Stripe and Holly Tuft would only be possible if they were both males. So, they shouldn't exist. Anyways, next is Cinders and a mystery mate, and her only known offspring, Sol. All that is said about Cinders is that she's a tri-colored cat. So, my guess is she's a calico of some sort. And Sol is a black tortie. Oh, another one? Well, the art that I'm using here is courtesy of Silver the Hedgehog, and her interpretation of Cinders is black, blue, and white. And I personally think, though, that Cinders is a tortie. If Cinders is a tortie, though, and the father, then the father really could be any color if Sol is a true tortie. And he doesn't mention that he has, like, kids of his own. So he's maybe probably a sterile tabby, or a sterile calico. This would be more realistic if it was a male calico, so I'll just say that this family is possible. Next we have Clawface and Rowanberry and their offspring Cinderfur and Stumpy Tail. Clawface is a solid chocolate and Rowanberry is a chocolate tortie solid. Why did I say solid? Oh, I don't know why. Cinderfur is a solid blue and Stumpy Tail is a black tabby. Since Clawface and Rowanberry are both chocolates, they are unable to have blue or black offspring, and which neither of them being tabbies, Stumpy Tail shouldn't be a tabby. Cinderfur and Stumpy Tail should be both solid chocolate, cinnamon, lilac, or fawn. This family is not possible. Next we have Clear Sky and Storm, and their only known offspring, Thunder. Thunder. Okay, I'm totally going to have Thunder start playing in the background here, because that's just awesome. Clear Sky is a blue solid, and Storm is a blue tabby. Thunder is mentioned as a fiery red, and not mentioned as a tabby, so he is a false tabby. While it is possible for Clear Sky and Storm to have a false tabby, this family is not possible, because two blues cannot have a red. Red is dominant to black, which includes a blue, therefore they can only have blue, lilac, or a fawn. So, sorry bud. Even though you're so cool, you shouldn't exist. Next we have Cloud and a mystery mate, and her only offspring, Stone Teller. Cloud is all white with blue eyes, and Stone Teller is a black tabby with a level 2 white spotting. Since she had an unknown kitten, it's difficult to say if Cloud is a dominant white or a level 10 white spotting, but either she or her mate would have had black tabby for under her the white for Stone Teller to also be a black tabby. So because we don't have very much information, we can safely say that this family is possible. Next, we have Clover Tale and a mystery mate, and her offspring Rockshade, Tiny Cloud, and Bouncefire. Clover Tale is most likely a cinnamon with white spotting, or white spotting that's level 3 or 4. Rockshade is all black, Tiny Cloud is all white, and Bouncefire is red, but it's not mentioned that he's a tabby, so he's a false tabby. It is most likely that their father is red, as he would have the genes to have the black offspring, and it's also possible that he's a dominant white, as Tiny Cloud is all white. However, Bouncefire should not be red. He should be black, blue, chocolate, or cinnamon. Therefore, this family is not possible due to Bouncefire. Sorry, buddy. Next, we have Crooked Star and Willow Breeze and their offspring Willow Kit, Minnow Kit, and Silverstream. Crooked Star is a chocolate tabby, and Willow Breeze is either a blue tabby or a blue silver tabby. We see that Willow Kit is black, Minnow Kit is blue, and Silverstream is a black silver tabby. In order for Silverstream to be a silver, this would mean that Willow Breeze would have to be a silver tabby or silver shade as well. Since we see that Minnow Kit is blue, that would mean that Crooked Star would need a dilution gene. This family is probable though, as it is possible for a chocolate and blue silver to have a solid black, a solid blue, and a black silver tabby. It also means that Crooked Star and Willow Breeze are both heterozygous tabbies. Next, we have Crow Feather and Leaf Pool and their offspring, Line Blaze, Jay Feather, and Holly Leaf. I've heard a lot about these guys. Crow Feather is black and Leaf Pool is a chocolate tabby with white spotting. We see that Line Blaze is a red tabby, Jay Feather is possibly a classic blue tabby, and Holly Leaf is black. You know, if it weren't for Lion Blaze, this family would have been possible, but a chocolate and black cannot have a red offspring. Leaf Pool would only be able to have, Leaf Pool would have to be a black tortie in order for this family to work. So, Lion Blaze ruins everything. Anyways, next we have Daisy and Spiderleg and their offspring Toadstep and Rose Petal. Daisy is cream, and is not mentioned as a tabby, therefore she must be false. And Spiderleg is mentioned as black with the brown underbelly. Okay, first of all, that is impossible. A cat can't be black and brown. There must be some weird mutation going on there. It's not possible, and not just on the belly. The only ways this could possibly work if he was some sort of Burmese, but that would mean like his back would have to be brown, while his face, legs, and tail would be black. I'm just gonna go with that Spiderleg is Burmese, and he's a black Burmese or sable. And Toadstep is black. He's black and white with level 5 white spotting, and Rose Petal is mentioned as a dark cream, so I'm going to go with lilac. If we remember, male offspring can only get their colors from their mother. Toadstep should be either red or cream, and if Spiderleg is a sable Burmese, then Rose Petal should be a lilac tortie, so this family is definitely not possible. Next we have Daisy Tail and a Mystery Meat and their offspring Speckle Paw. She's mentioned as a light brown with dark ginger flecks, so I'm going to say she's a cinnamon tortie. Speckle Paw is mentioned as a fleckled pale brown, so I'm going to say he's a chocolate tick tabby. The only way Speckle Paw could be Daisy Tail's offspring is if his father was either a chocolate carrying black tick tabby or a chocolate tick tabby for Speckle Paw to get the tick tabby gene. So since we don't know who Speckle Paw's father is, we can just say that this family is possible. Next we have Dark Whiskers and Shy Fawn, and their only known offspring, Lion's Roar. Dark Whiskers is a black solid, and Shy Fawn is a solid cinnamon. Lion's Roar is mentioned as a golden tabby tom. I already know that this family is not possible due to one of the parents having to be red, or tortie for Lion's Roar to be red and to be a false tabby, or Lion's Roar would have to be cinnamon with no tabby. So, I'm going to say not possible, but this one isn't for sure. Next we have Dawn River and her mystery mate and her offspring Fish Leap. Dawn River is probably a chocolate tortie, while Fish Leap is a chocolate tabby. This family is possible as long as the father was a chocolate carrying tabby. Next we have Dawn Feather and her mystery mate and her offspring Nettle Breeze. Dawn Feather is a red false tabby with a level 3 white spotting. Nettle Breeze is a red false tabby. At this point, it doesn't matter what color the father is because this family is definitely probable. Any male offspring of Dawn Feather would be red. Next, we have Dawn Flower and a mystery mate and her offspring Pebblefoot, Tumblekit, and Minnow Tail. Dawn Flower is a solid blue, and Pebblefoot is mentioned as mottled, so she must be a blue tabby, I'm going to say. Tumblekit is a black tabby, Minnow Tail is a blue spotted tabby with level 4 white spotting. We can speculate that their father was a black tabby, since it's the only way to explain why all the offspring have tabby markings and for Tumblekit to be a black tabby. So as long as the father was a dilution-carrying black tabby, this family's probable. Next we have Dawn, Pelt, and Crowfrost and their offspring Juniper Paw. Why would you name your baby Juniper Paw? That just sounds like a mouthful. Juniper Paw. Juniper Paw. Anyways, Juniper Paw and Sleek Paw. Dawn Pelt is mentioned as a cream false tabby, and Crowfrost is a black and white bicolor. Juniper Paw is a solid black, and Sleek Paw is called yellow, which either means she's cream or fawn. One of those two. I already know this family is not possible due to Juniper Paw being black. Juniper Paw should be red or cream, and Sleek Paw should be some sort of tabby. So, good. You screwed up the name. No, it's not screwing up. That's just, yeah. Juniper Paw ruined... no, both of the kittens ruined it, so it's no one's fault. Next, we have Deadfoot and Ashfoot. What's with the foot theme? And their offspring, Eaglecit, Nightcloud, and Crowfeather. Deadfoot is solid black, and Ashfoot is solid blue. Eaglecit is a solid blue, Nightcloud is solid black, and Crowfeather is solid black. As long as Deadfoot is a dilution carrier, this family is definitely probable. Next, we have Dusk Fur and a Mystery Meat and her offspring, Podlight and Curlfeather. Dusk Fur is a black tabby, Podlight is a blue and white bicolor, and Curlfeather is a solid fawn. Dusk Fur must be a dilution carrier in order for Podlight and Curlfeather to be dilutions, and their father would also have to have either a blue or black solid cinnamon carrier. No, their father would also have to be either a blue or black cinnamon carrier in order to have Curlfeather. Therefore, this family is possible. Next, we have Dustpelt and Ferncloud and their offspring, Spiderleg, Hollykit, Larchkit, Foxleap, Shrewpaw, Icecloud, and Birchfall. Oh, these cats got busy. Anyways, Dustpelt is a black tabby and Ferncloud is a blue spotted tabby. Spiderleg is that weird black and brown thing. Hollykit is a black tabby. It's not what the picture shows, but that's okay. Larchkit is a chocolate tabby, Foxleap is a red tabby, Shrewpaw is a solid chocolate, Icecloud is white, and Birchfall is a cinnamon tabby. Well, we already know that Foxleap shouldn't be there, as Ferncloud has no torty in her. We already know this family is not possible, but let's look more into it. It's kind of weird that none of the offspring have no white spotting, and then there's a level 10 white spot. I think all the offspring should have some sort of white spotting, and so should the parents. While it is possible for the rest of the offspring to exist, it's still very varied. All of them should be black, chocolate, cinnamon, or all the dilutes. But at least they got the tabby patterns right if Ferncloud's a heterozygous tabby. So, Foxleap, you're in everything. Next we have Emberfoot and Sedgewhisker and their offspring Larkwing. Emberfoot is a solid blue, while Sedgewhisker is a chocolate tabby. Larkwing is also a chocolate tabby. As long as Emberfoot is a chocolate carrier, then this family is probable. Next, we have Fallow Fern and Wasp Whisker. Actually, I really like that. Wasp Whisker. And their offspring, Creek Feather, Rabbit Leap, Nettle Splash, and Plum Willow. Fallow Fern is a lilac solid, and Wasp Whisker is a blue solid with level 4 white spotting. Creek Feather is a blue tabby, Rabbit Leap's a chocolate solid, Nettle Splash is a cinnamon solid, and Plum Willow is a blue solid. Well, we already know that this family is not possible because Creek Feather is a tabby. If Creek Feather was a solid, then this entire family would have been probable. Dang it. Next is Fallow Song and a Mystery Meat. Her offspring, Poppy Dawn, Heronwing, and Rabbit Leap. There are 2 Rabbit Leaps? Huh. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm starting to get phlegm in my throat. Fallow Song is a solid lilac, and Poppy Dawn is a red tabby. Heronwing is a black tabby, and Rabbit Leap is a cinnamon solid. Although we don't know who the father is, we already know this family is not possible due to Poppy Dawn being all red. She should be a tortie. But the father must have been a tabby in order for Poppy Dawn and Heronwing to have tabby markings. So if it weren't for Poppy Dawn, this family would have been probable. It's all your fault, Poppy Dawn. Next we have Feather Storm and Blizzardwing and their offspring Volpaw and Dawncloud. Feather Storm is a black tabby, while Blizzardwing is most likely a blue shade. Blue shade or chinchilla, one of the two. Volpaw is a solid lilac and Dawncloud is a red false tabby. I already know that this family is not possible due to Dawncloud being red, while Feather Storm is black and Blizzardwing is blue. Since they had an unknown kitten Mosspaw, it's possible Mosspaw would have been shaded like Blizzardwing, but this family's too improbable to even happen. Next we have Fern, Pelt, and Buzzard Star and their offspring Snailpaw, Tansypaw, and Mintpaw. Fern Pelt is a black tabby, Buzzard Star is a red false tabby, Snailpaw is a black tabby, Tansypaw is a cream false tabby, and Mintpaw is a solid blue. I already know this family is not possible due to the females. Tansypaw and Mintpaw are not torties. If Fernpelt was a torby, then this would have been possible. The only one who would be correct is Snailpaw, so the girls ruin everything. Next we have Fernshade and Wolfstep and their offspring Badgerfang. Okay, that's actually a wicked cool name. I would totally actually name my own pet Badgerfang. Fernshade is a black tortoiseshell with level 3 white spotting. We don't know what Wolfstep looks like. but Badgerfang is a black with white markings across his face, which I'm certain doesn't actually exist in cats, but we'll just let it slide this time. So as long as Wolfstep is a black or a blue, this family is probable. And as cool as Badgerfang's name is, his patterns technically shouldn't exist, but I mean, there's a first for everything, I guess, Tang. Next we have Flashnose and a Mystery Meat and their offspring, Swift Breeze. Flashnose is a red false tabby with level 2 white spotting. Swift Breeze is a black tabby with level 4 white spotting. We already know that this family is not possible, as Swift Breeze should be a tortie or have some red in her. But in order for Swift Breeze to be a tabby, her father would have to be a tabby as well. Next is Golden Flower and her Mystery Mate and her offspring, Swift Paw. Golden Flower is a red tabby. Swift Paw is a black and white bicolor. This family is not possible, as Golden Flower would need to be a tortie for Swift Paw to be black. Swift Paw should be red. Dang it, Swift Paw. Next is Gooseberry and U-Tail and their offspring, Apple Blossom and Snail Shell. Gooseberry is probably a cream tabby, and U-Tail is most likely a chocolate color point, or Siamese. Apple Blossom is a red and white bicolor false tabby, and Snail Shell is a blue tabby. We already know this family is not possible due to Apple Blossom not being a tortie, and Snail Shell should also be red, not blue. Next we have Grey Mist and her Mystery Mate and her offspring, Sneeze Cloud and Mallow Nose. Grey Mist is a blue tabby. Sneeze Cloud is a blue and white bicolor, and Mallow Nose is a chocolate tabby. If Grey Mist's father is a solid chocolate who carries a dilution gene and white spotting, then this family is probable. Next is Grey Stripe and Millie and their offspring, Blossomfall, Briarlight, and Bumblestripe. Okay, that's cool. Grey Stripe and Millie are both blue tabbies. Blossomfall is a black tortoiseshell with weird white spotting, and Briarlight is a solid chocolate, and Bumblestripe is a black silver tabby. But this family is not possible at all. All the offspring should be dilutes, and Grey Stripe and Millie would need to be silver for Bumblestripe to be a silver tabby. So close, and they were so cool. Next, we have Hailstar and Echo Mist and their offspring, Beetlenose, Petal Dust, and Volclaw. Hailstar is a solid blue, and Echo Mist is probably a blue smoke. Beetlenose is a solid black, Petal Dust is a tortie with white spotting, and Volclaw is blue. Alright, here. I think this one I actually got wrong, so let me just I'm going to double check this one. Oh yeah, this family is impossible. Two blues cannot have a black offspring. Beetlenose and Petal Dust should also be dilutes. Volclaw is the only correct one, so yeah. Beetlenose was blue and Petal Dust was blue and cream. This would have worked. Next we have Hal and Feather Storm, their offspring, Ragged Star and Scorchwind. Hal and Feather Storm are both black tabbies. Ragged Star is a black tabby and Scorchwing is a red tabby. And this family is already not possible. Two blacks cannot have a red. Ragged Star is correct though. So Scorchwind ruins everything, even though your names are really cool. Next we have Hal again and a Mystery Mate and their offspring, Russet Fur. Hal, again, is a black tabby and Russet Fur is a red tabby. Even if the mother was red, we know that this family is not possible because Russet Fur should be a tortie instead of all red. Next we have Hair Pounce and a Mystery Mate and their offspring, Speckle Tail and One Eye. Hair Pounce is a solid cinnamon, Speckle Tail is probably a lilac tabby, and One Eye is a solid blue. If the father was a black, chocolate-carrying heterozygous tabby, then this family would be possible. Next we have Hazel Wing and a Mystery Mate and her offspring, Ember Kit, Missile Kit, and Hatch Kit and Web Kit. Hazel Wing is a red tabby, Ember Kit is a red false tabby, Missile Kit is a black silver tabby, and Hatch Kit and Web Kit are both solid blues. We already know that this family is not possible, as Hatch Kit and Web Kit should either be red or cream. The boys ruined it. Next, we have Heathertail and Breeze Pelt and their offspring, Brindle Kit and Smoke Kit. Heathertail is a chocolate tabby, and Breeze Pelt is a solid black. Brindle Kit is a chocolate tabby, and Smoke Kit is a solid blue. This family is possible if Heathertail is a dilution carrier, and Breeze Pelt is a dilution and chocolate carrier. Next, we have Hickory Nose and Meadow Slip and their offspring, Pigeon Paw, Sorrel Paw, and Deadfoot. Hickory Nose is a solid chocolate, and Meadow Slip is a blue solid. Pigeon Paw is blue and white bicolor. Sorrel Paw is gray and brown. What? Okay, that is genetically not possible at all. That you can't have a dilution and a non-dilution together like that. It just does not work. There's no way that could happen. No way. Sorrowpaw just doesn't exist whatsoever. And Deadfoot's a solid black. But if Sorrowpaw was a chocolate with white spotting, then this family would have been possible if Hickory Nose carried the dilution gene and Meadowslip carried the chocolate gene. But no, Sorrowpaw should not exist, and I think they're dead. That kid's dead anyway, so yeah, but still, shouldn't have existed. Next we have Cauliflower and a Mystery Meat, and their offspring Black Star, Flint Fang, and Fern Shade. Flower of Cauliflower is a blue and white bicolor. Black Star is white with black paws. Okay, no. Just no. No. I've never ever heard of that before. That's like some weird color point white spotting anomaly. Okay, for the sake of this video, let's just say Black Star's level 9 white spotted color point mutation thing. Ugh. And he's black. He's black. He's actually genetically black. Flint Fang is a solid blue and Fern Shade is a black tortie. However, this family is probable if the father is red. Black Star and Flint Fang got their colors from their mother, and a Fern Shade would have gotten the red from her father. Finally, a proper tortie! Finally! Next, we have Icewing and a Mystery Meat and her offspring, Petal Fur, Beetle Whisker, and Grass Pelt. Icewing is white, Petal Fur is a blue and white bicolor, Beetle Whisker is a chocolate tabby with level 4 white spotting, and Grass Pelt is a solid fawn. Since Icewing is most likely a level 10 white spotting, she could possibly be a chocolate tabby with cinnamon carrying, chocolate tabby who carries cinnamon underneath, and if the father was a chocolate cinnamon carrier as well, then the family is possible. Next we have Jackdaw's Cry and Hawk Swoop and their offspring Lightning Tail and Acorn Fur. Jackdaw's Cry is solid black and Hawk Swoop is a red tabby. Lightning Tail is a solid black and Acorn Fur is a solid cinnamon. I already know this family's not possible. Lightning Tail should be red like his mother and Acorn Fur should be a tortie. Not possible. Next, we have Jagged Peak and Holly and their offspring Storm Pelt, Eagle Feather, and Dew Nose. Jagged Peak is a blue tabby and Holly is a solid black. Storm Pelt is a blue tabby, Eagle Feather is a solid chocolate, and Dew Nose is a black tabby with level 2 white spotting. This family is actually probable if Holly carries a dilution and chocolate gene, and Jagged Peak also carries a chocolate gene. Next, we have Jake and Quincy and their offspring Socks, Scourge, and Ruby. Jake is a red false tabby and Quincy is a solid blue. Socks is a black and white bicolor. Scourge is black with level 2 white spotting, and Ruby is unknown. It just says she's light. This family is possible. Socks and Scourge both got the black from their mother, and since Ruby isn't confirmed, we could possibly say she's a blue tortie. Or, yeah, she's a blue tortie. That's the only reason why this family could be possible. Next, we have Kink Fur and a Mystery Meat and her offspring, Miss Cloud, Dewkit, and Sparrowtail. It is unknown what color Kink Fur is, only that she's a tabby. Miss Cloud and Dewkit are both solid blues, and Sparrowtail is a tabby, unknown of color, so I'll safely say black. From the offspring, we can determine that either both parents were black with dilution or both were blue. I can't definitely say if this family is possible, but we can say the parents' possibilities are possible. That sounds weird. Next, we have Lark Song and Flame Nose and their offspring, Sunstar and Feather Whisker. Lark Song is a black tortie and Flame Nose is unknown. Sunstar is a red false tabby and Feather Whisker is a solid blue. This family is probable if Flame Nose was red, kind of suggesting what his name is, and Sunstar and Feather Whisker would have gotten their colors from and she and Flame Nose would have both carried the dilution gene for Feather Whisker. Next, we have Leaf Star and Billy Storm and their offspring Harry Kit. Why would you name one Harry? Oh my goodness. Storm Kit and Fire Fern. Leaf Kit is a chocolate Torby, and Billy Storm is a red and white bicolor false tabby. Harry Kit is a solid blue, Storm Kit is a blue tortie, and Fire Fern is a red false tabby. This family is so close, but unfortunately it's not possible. Fire Fern should be a tortie, not all red. As cool as you are, Fire Fern, with your name, you shouldn't exist. Next we have Leopard Foot and Pine Star and their offspring Night Kit, Mist Kit, and Tiger Star. Oh, I've heard of him before. Leopard Foot is most likely a black smoke and Pine Star is a chocolate solid. Night Kit is a solid black, Mist Kit is a solid blue, and Tiger Star is a black tabby. One thing that catches me is that if Leopard Star is a smoke, then why aren't any of the offspring smokes? I guess if Leopard Star is a heterozygous smoke, then it's possible that no smokes would have shown up in this litter. But the thing that makes this family not possible is Tiger Star is a tabby, and Leopard Foot and Pine Star are not tabbies. Oh boy, if Tiger Star never existed, would there have ever been a book? I'm so negative, I'm so sorry. Next we have Lilyheart and Snowbush and their offspring Honey Kit, Lark Kit, and Leaf Kit. Although Lilyheart is most likely a black and white bicolor tabby and Snowbush is white, Honey Kit is probably that sounded weird. I'm sorry how I phrased that sentence. Honey Kit is probably a cream and white bicolor false tabby, Lark Kit is a solid black, and Leaf Kit is a black tortie. I would almost say this family doesn't work, but we can get away with something. Snowbush could be red underneath. Since it says that Lilyheart is a dark tabby, it could possibly mean that she's a black Torby. If she's a black Torby, then it would work for Honey Kit to be cream and Lark Kit to be blue and Leaf Kit to be a tortie. We'll let this one slide due to not enough information, so I'll just say this one's barely possible. Next we have Lionheart and Frostfur and their offspring Bracken and Fur, Thornclaw, Cinder, Pelt, and Brightheart. Lionheart is most likely a cinnamon tabby and Frostfur is white. Bracken Fur and Thornclaw are probably both cinnamon tabbies as well. Cinderpelt is a solid blue and Brightheart is a red and white bicolor false tabby. We do know that Frostfur is not a dominant white but a level 10 white spotting. This family almost works, but the females screw up the genes. Brightheart and Cinderpelt would have to be torties for any possible pairing. Hold up. I think I got something wrong here. No, that's only if Lionheart was red. Oh wait, but Brightheart, no, it wouldn't work either way, because even if Lionheart was red, Brightheart would still have to be a tortie. So this family unfortunately wouldn't work. Yeah. I thought I got it wrong there, and I kind of did, but either way, if Lionheart is cinnamon or red, it doesn't work. Next we have Mallow Nose and Petal Fur and their offspring Bracken, Pelt, Owl Nose, and J-Claw. Mallow Nose is a chocolate tabby, and Petal Fur is a blue and white bicolor. Bracken and Fur is a black tortie, Owl Nose is a black tabby, and J-Claw is a solid blue. This family does not work due to Bracken Pelt. Neither Mallow Nose or Petal Fur have the red that she needs to be a tortie. The males do work though, so Bracken Pelt ruins everything. Next we have Maple Shade and Apple Dusk and their offspring Patch Kit, Larch Kit, and Petal Kit. Maple Shade is a black calico and Apple Dusk is a lilac solid. Patch Kit is a black calico, Larch Kit is a solid chocolate, and Petal Kit is a solid lilac. This family is probable if Maple Shade is a dilution and chocolate carrier. Next we have Milkweed and Leaf and their offspring Shivering Rose, Morning Fire, and Hazelburrow. Milkweed is a black tortie, and Leaf is a black and white bicolor. Shivering Rose is solid black, Morning Fire is solid chocolate, and that's actually kind of crazy. And Hazelburrow is a black and white bicolor. This family is probable. Milkweed and Leaf could possibly be both chocolate carriers. Milkweed and Leaf both give the black gene for the females to have, while Hazelburrow gets his black from his mother. So it works. Next, oh my, there's my phone. Next we have Minty and Willy and their offspring Icicle, Snowflake, Cloudy, and Sniff. Minty is most likely a black solid, and Willy is a black tabby. Icicle is a solid blue. Snowflake is white. Cloudy is a blue and white bicolor, and Sniff is probably a black shaded tabby? Which would mean that Minty could actually be a black smoke. This family is possible, as long as Willy and Minty are both dilution carriers and white spotting carriers, and Snowflake's level 10 and Cloudy's level 5. Next we have Mint Mouse and Hairflight and their offspring Ryestock, Stag Leap, and Doe Spring. I sense a deer theme here. And animal theme in general, except for Ryestock. That's weird. Mint Mouse is most likely a cinnamon tabby, and Hairflight is most likely a solid cinnamon. Ryestock is a blue tabby, Stag Leap is a chocolate solid, and Doe Spring is a solid cinnamon. This family is not possible. The only offspring Mint Mouse and Hairflight would have are other cinnamon kittens. Next we have Misty and a Mystery Mate and her offspring Birch and Alder. Misty is a blue and white bicolor, Birch is a red false tabby, and Alder is most likely a blue calico. This family is not possible due to Birch being red. He would have to be either black or blue. Next we have Missy Star and a Mystery Mate and her offspring Reed Whisker, Primrose Paw, okay that's a mouthful, Primrose Paw, and Perch Kit and Pike Paw. Misty Star is a solid blue, Reed Whisker is solid black, Primrose Paw is a solid lilac, Perch Kit is a solid black, and Pike Paw is a blue tabby. This family is possible if the father was a black dilution and chocolate carrier. Next we have Mitzi and a Mystery Mate and her offspring Piper, Magpie, Soot, and Mist. Mitzi is a solid black, Piper is blue and white bicolor tabby, Magpie is black and white bicolor, Soot is a solid black, and Mist is a solid blue. And this family is probable if the father was a blue tabby. Next we have Moonshadow and Dewy Leaf and their offspring Sunshadow. Moonshadow is a black solid and Dewy Leaf is a black tortie. Sunshadow is also a black solid. This family is probable as Sunshadow would have gotten his black from his mother. Next we have Moonflower and Stormtail and their offspring Snowfur and Blue Star. Moonflower is probably a blue silver tabby and Stormtail is a blue solid. Stormfur is white with blue tipped ears, which is technically not possible, but we could also leave it as maybe a blue shaded thing with white spotting that's level 9 and Blue Star is a solid blue. It's weird, but I guess I can give Snowfur a pass. This family is probable as Moonflower's silver genes would have probably passed to Snowfur. Like I said, she's possibly a shade or a chinchilla, but her white would cover it. And two blue parents can only give birth to blue offspring. Next we have Morning Flower and a Mystery Mate and their offspring Gorse. Gorse Paw. Morning Flower is probably a lilac tortoiseshell. Gorse Paw is a chocolate tabby. This picture isn't the artist has interpreted these guys a little bit differently. This family is probable if the father is a chocolate tabby and Morning Flower is a chocolate carrier. Next, we have Mosstail and Dawn Mist and their offspring Drizzle and Pine Needle. Mosstail is a chocolate solid and Dawn Mist is a red and white bicolor false tabby. Drizzle is blue and white bicolor and Pine Needle is a solid black. This family is not possible, as Pine Needle should be red and Drizzle should be a tortie. Next, we have Moss Pelt and a Mystery Mate and her offspring Willow Shine. Moss Pelt is a black calico and Willow Shine is a black shaded tabby. This family is probable if the father was a black shaded tabby as well. Next, we have Mothflight and Micah and their offspring Blue Whisker, Bubbling Stream, Honey Pelt, and Spider Paw. Mothflight is white and Micah is a cream tabby. Blue Whisker and Bubbling Stream are cream and white false tabbies. Honey Pelt is a cream tabby and Spider Paw is white. This family is probable. Mothflight might be a dominant white and Micah a white spotting carrier. Spider Paw would be a dominant white and Honey Pelt would be a white spotting carrier. Mothflight is also probably also has cream under her fur. Next we have Mudclaw and Lizard Stripe and their offspring Running Nose. That's a terrible. That's a terrible name. Ugh. And Tangle Fur. Mudclaw is blue with brown legs. Okay, not possible. Like I said, chocolate and blue cannot exist together. Not possible. Let's just say that he's some kind of Tonkinese. Let's go with the chocolate Tonkinese or something. Lizard Stripe is a chocolate tabby with level 3 white spotting. Running Nose is blue with level 3 white spotting. And Tanglebur is also great and brown. No. Blue tabby. Blue tortie. She's a blue tortie. This family's already not possible with the weird coloring. Tanglebur and Running Nose cannot exist if these are their parents. Colors don't work that way. Not in cats. Oh my goodness. Next is Newt Speck and a Mystery Mate and their offspring, Wetfoot and Little Cloud. Newt Speck is a black torby, Wetfoot is a blue tabby, and Little Cloud is a chocolate tabby. This family is probable if the father was a black dilute and chocolate carrying tabby. Next we have Whitewing and a Mystery Mate and their offspring, Smokepaw. Nightwing is a solid black and Smokepaw is a solid blue. This family is probable if the father was a black dilute carrier or he's blue. Next we have Nutmeg and Jake and their offspring, Firestar and Princess. Nutmeg is a cinnamon and white bicolor tabby and Jake is a red false tabby. Firestar is a red false tabby and Princess is a cinnamon tabby. This family is already not possible. Nutmeg should be a tortie in order for Firestar to be red. And Princess would have to be a tortie if that was the case. So, not working. Nope. If Nutmeg was to be cinnamon and Jake to be red, Princess would have to be a tortie. Next we have Oakstar and a Mystery Mate and their offspring, Birchface and Frecklewish. Oakstar is a solid chocolate, Birchface is a black tabby, and Frecklewish is a fawn spotted tabby. This family is possible if the mother was a black cinnamon and dilute carrying tabby and Oakstar carries the dilution gene. Next we have One Eye and a Mystery Mate and his offspring, Starflower. One Eye is a false red tabby. Starflower is a red false tabby. This family is probable if the mother was also red or was a black tortie. Next we have One Eye, there's two different One Eyes, and Halftail and their offspring, Mouse Fur and Running Wind. One Eye is a solid blue and Halftail is a black tabby. Mouse Fur is a black tabby and Running Wind is a chocolate tabby. This family is possible if both One Eye and Halftail are chocolate carriers. Next we have One Star and Whitetail and their offspring, Heathertail. One Star is a cinnamon tabby and Whitetail is white. Heathertail is a cinnamon tabby. This family is probable if Whitetail is also a cinnamon or cinnamon carrying black or chocolate that under her white. Also, Whitetail is a level 10 white spotting. Yeah. Next we have Owlfur and Softwing and their unknown offspring, Dawnbright. Owlfur is a level 4 white spotting chocolate, and Softwing is most likely a level 6 white spotting red tabby. Dawnbright is a red and white bicolor false tabby. This family is not possible. Dawnbright should be Torby. Next we have Palebird and Woollytail and their offspring, Rabbitkit, Flykit, Bristlekit, and Wrenflight. Palebird is a black and white bicolor, and Woollytail is a blue and white bicolor. Rabbitkit is a lilac solid, Flykit is white, Bristlekit is a solid black, and Wrenflight is a solid chocolate. This family is possible as long as both parents carrying the chocolate gene, and Palebird carries the dilution gene. Also, Flykit would have to be a level 10 white spotting. Next we have Pathfoot and Clover Tail and their known offspring, Birdpaw. Patchfoot is a black and white bicolor, and Clover Tail is a level 3 white spotting cinnamon. Birdpaw is a solid black. This family is probable, as black would be the only outcome if Patchfoot was not a cinnamon carrier. Next we have Patch Pelt and Robinwing and their offspring, Longtail. Patch Pelt is a black and white bicolor, and Robinwing is mentioned as a dusky brown with ginger patch, like a robin. She's a chocolate tortie. Let's just go with that. Longtail is mentioned as a chocolate tabby, but not But this picture has a different interpretation of long-tail. Sorry. Despite the probability of robin wing, this family is probable if Patch Pelt's the chocolate carrier. Next we have Pike Tooth and Shimmering Pelt and their offspring Black Claw and Skyheart. Pike Tooth is a black tabby and Shimmering Pelt is a black solid. Black Claw is also a black solid and Skyheart is a chocolate Tonkinese lynx point. She even has the blue eyes, so that just proves that she's a lynx point. Even, like, the picture has a different, of course, interpretation. But, according to the Wikia page, that's what, makes it a little more convincing. This family is probable if both parents are chocolate carriers and color point carriers. Next we have Pine Rose and Spike Fur and their offspring Lion Kit, Birch Kit, Slate Kit, and Puddle Kit. Pike Nose is solid black and Spike Fur is solid chocolate. Lion King is a cream... Lion King? Did I just say Lion King? Lion Kit is a cream false tabby, Birch Kit is a solid cinnamon, Slate Kit is a solid blue, and Puddle Kit is a chocolate and white bicolor. This family is not possible. Pike Nose and Spike Fur would need to be red for Lion Kit to be born. Also, it can only be a chocolate and cinnamon when the parents are black and chocolate. Just no. Next is Pool Cloud and Toadskip and their known offspring Foxheart. Pool Cloud is blue and white bicolor and Toadskip is a black tabby and white bicolor. Foxheart is a red false tabby. Or not possible. Pool Cloud and Toadskip are not red. Foxheart would have to be black, blue, or chocolate. You and everything, Foxheart. No, that won't mean. Next we have Poppy Frost and Berry Nose and their offspring Mole Whisker and Cherry Fall. Poppy Cloud is a black tortie and Berry Nose is a cream false tabby. Mole Whisker looks like a lilac tortie and Cherry Fall is a red false tabby. This family is possible despite there being a male calico, but the presence of a cream father and tortie mother gives Cherry Fall the genes needed to be red. For Mole Whisker is only possible if both parents have a chocolate gene and Poppy Frost has a dilution gene. Next, we have Poppy Cloud and a Mystery Meat. Mystery Meat. Oh yes, the Mystery Meat. And their offspring Mottle Paw. Cloud Paw, oh my goodness. Poppy Cloud is a black tortie. Mottle Paw is a black and white bicolor. This family is probable as Mottle Paw would get his black gene from his tortie mother. Next, we have Princess and a Mystery Meat and her known offspring Cloud Tail. Princess is a cinnamon tabby. Cloud Tail is white. This family is possible if the father was either dominant white or a white spotting character, which would make carrier, which would make Cloudtail either dominant white or a level 10 white spotting. Next we have Quiet Rain and a Mystery Meat and her offspring Cleared Sky, Fluttering Bird, Jagged Peak, and Grey Wing. Quiet Rain is a spotted blue tabby. Clear Sky is a blue solid. Fluttering Bird is a solid cinnamon. Jagged Peak is a blue tabby, and Grey Wing is a solid blue. This family is probable if the father was a black, cinnamon, and dilution carrier. Next we have Rain Fur and Petal Nose, and their offspring Sage Paw and Mint Fur. Rain Fur is a blue spotted tabby, and Petal Nose is a blue chinchilla, or black. She could be blue or black. Sage Paw is a blue shaded and Mint Fur is a blue tabby. Excuse me. This family is probable as both offspring are This family is possible if Petal Nose is a blue chinchilla and Petal Nose passing her silver gene to Sage Paw. Next we have Rain Fur and a Mystery Meat and her offspring Thrust Pelt. Rain Fur is a red spotted tabby. Thrust Pelt is a lilac with level 3 white spotting. This family is not possible, so Thrust Pelt should be red like his mother, and we need to get the white spotting gene from either the father or Rain Fur has a level 1 white spotting gene. Next we have Raven Pelt and Juniper Branch. Okay, that's better than Juniper Paw. And their offspring Shade Pelt, Dangling Leaf, and Dusk Nose. Raven Pelt is solid black and Juniper Branch is a black tortie. Shade Pelt is a chocolate tabby. Dangling Leaf is a male tortie with just red on his tail. I guess I guess. And Dustnose is a black tortie. Even though the family's coloring fits the genetics, Shade Pelt is a tabby when neither parents are not tabby. So unfortunately, this family is not possible. So close, though. So close. Next is Reed Feather and Fallow Tail and their offspring Willow Breeze and Graypool. Reed Feather is a solid chocolate tabby, and Fallow Tail is a solid cinnamon. Willow Breeze is a blue shaded tabby, and Graypool is a solid blue. This family is not possible as the chocolate and cinnamon can only have chocolate and cinnamon kittens, not blue. Next we have Robin Wing and Fuzzy Felt, and their offspring Frost Fur, Ravenpaw, Dust Pelt, and Brindle Face. Robin Wing is that weird chocolate tortie bird thing, and Fuzzy Pelt is a solid black. Frost Fur is white, Ravenpaw is black with level 3 white spotting, Dust Pelt is a black tabby, and Brindle Face is a blue tabby. Frost Fur would have to be a level 10 white spotting, assuming both parents have level 1 white spotting gene. But this family is not possible, as Dust Pelt and Brindle Face are tabbies, and neither of the parents are tabbies. Tisk tisk. Next we have Rooktail and Daisy Toe and their offspring Goosefeather and Moonflower. Rooktail is a solid black and Daisy Toe is a blue and white bicolor. Goosefeather is a blue spotted tabby and Moonflower is a blue silver tabby. This family is not possible. Neither parents are tabbies and neither parents have a silver gene to pass on to Moonflower. Next we have Sandgorse and Palebird and their offspring Finchkit and Tallstar. Sandgorse is a red false tabby and Palebird is a black and white bicolor. Finchkit is a red false tabby and Tallstar is a black and white level 4 white spotting. This family is not possible due to Finchkit not being a tortie. If Palebird was also a tortie, then Finchkit could be all red. So Finchkit ruins everything. Next we have Sandstorm and Firestar, and their offspring Leafpool and Squirrel Flight. Sandstorm is a cream tabby, and Firestar is a red false tabby. Leafpool is a chocolate tabby, and Squirrel Flight is a red false tabby with level 2 white spotting. This family is not possible, as red parents can only produce red offspring, and Leafpool is not red. Next we have Sasha and Tigerstar, and their offspring Hawkfrost, Mothwing, and Tadpole. Sasha sounds like a cinnamon Siamese to me with her blue eyes, and Tigerstar is a black tabby. Hawkfrost is a black tabby with level 3 white spotting, Mothwing is a cinnamon tabby, and Tadpole is a solid black. This family is probable if Tigerstar was a cinnamon carrier and heterozygous tabby, and we not be able to get the color point, and he's not a color point carrier, hence none of the offspring being color point. Next is Shining Heart and Braveheart, and their offspring Bright Spirit. Shining Heart is a black silver tabby, and Braveheart is most likely a black tabby. Bright Spirit is a black silver tabby. This family is possible, as the silver gene is dominant, and Shining Heart passed it on to Bright Spirit. Next we have Shrewclaw and Ryestock, and their offspring Mudclaw. Shrewclaw is a solid chocolate, and Ryestock is a blue tabby. Mudclaw is a black tabby. This family is probable as Ryestock would not carry the chocolate gene, making Mudclaw black. Next we have Silver Flame and a Mystery Meat and their offspring Brightflower. Silver Flame is a blue tortie and Brightflower is a red tabby. This family is possible if the father was a red tabby, which would allow Brightflower to be a red tabby. Next we have Silverstream and Graystripe and their offspring Stormfur and Feathertail. Silverstream is a black silver tabby and Graystripe is a blue tabby. Stormfur is a solid blue and Feathertail is a blue silver tabby. This family is probable as both offspring are blue like their parents and Silverstream passed her silver gene to Feathertail. And both parents are probably heterozygous tabbies for Stormfur to be solid. Next we have Slate and Greywing and their offspring Blackear, Whitetail, and Silverstripe. Slate and Greywing are both solid blues. Blackear is a black and white bicolor, Whitetail is a blue and white spotted. Blue is blue with white spotting, and Silverstripe is a blue tabby. This family is not possible as two blue parents cannot have a black offspring, and Silverstripe is a tabby when neither parents are tabbies. Next we have Small Ear and Speckle Tail and their offspring Goldenflower, Lionheart, Snowkit, and Mistlekit. Small Ear is a solid blue and Speckle Tail is probably a chocolate tabby. Goldenflower is a red tabby, Lionheart is a red false tabby, Snowkit is white, and Mistlekit is a black tabby. This family is not possible as there are two red kittens and no red parents. Lionheart and Goldenflower should be black, or blue, or chocolate. I don't know. Next, we have Smokey and Daisy and their offspring Berrynose, Hazeltail, and Mouse Whisker. Smokey is a blue and white bicolor, and Daisy is a cream false tabby. Berrynose is a cream false tabby, and Berrynose is a cream false tabby. Hazeltail is a blue and with white spotting, and Mouse Whisker is blue and white bicolor. This family is not possible. Berrynose should be a blue tortie, and the male should be cream. Next, we have Snowbird and Scorched Fur and their offspring Berryheart, Cloverfoot, Rippletail, Bee Paw, and Yarrow Paw. Snowbird is white, and Scorched Fur is a solid blue. Berrynose is black and white bicolor. Cloverfoot is a blue tabby. Rippletail is a blue tabby. Bee Paw is white with black ears, and I'm hoping a tail. And Yarrow Paw is a red false tabby. This family is possible if Snowbird is a black tortie underneath her level 10 white spotting, and Snowbird would need to also be a tabby. Next, we have Sorrel Tail and Bracken Fur and their offspring Seedpaw, Cinderheart, Lilyheart, Poppyfrost, and Hollyfern. Sorrel Tail is a black calico, and Bracken Fur is a chocolate tabby. Seedpaw is a cinnamon solid, Cinderheart is a blue tabby, Lilyheart is a black tabby with white spotting, Poppyfrost is a black calico, and Honeyfur is a chocolate tabby. As complicated as this sounds, this family is actually possible if both parents are cinnamon carriers and dilution carriers. Next, we have Sparrowpaw and Berryheart and their offspring Needlepaw. Sparrowtail is a black tabby, and Berryheart is a black and white bicolor. Needlepaw is a blue and white bicolor. This family is probable if both parents have a dilution gene. Next, we have Speckle and a Mystery Meat and their offspring Frisk. Speckle is a cinnamon spotted tabby. Frisk is a black spotted tabby. This family is possible if the father was black and did not carry a chocolate gene. Next, we have Flashnose and a Mystery Meat and her offspring Fallowkit. Flashnose is a black tortie with level 2 white spotting, and Fallowkit is a solid lilac. This family is possible if Flashnose and the father were both chocolate and dilution carriers. Next, we have Splinter and Milkweed and their offspring Clover and Thistle. Splinter is a black and white bicolor, and Milkweed is a tortie. A black tortie, I should specify. Clover is red and white bicolor false tabby, and Thistle is a red false tabby. This is not family that is not possible, though, as Clover should either be a tortie or black. Thistle is correct, though, so Clover ruins everything. Next, we have Squirrelflight and Bramble Star and their offspring Alderpaw and Sparkpaw. Squirrelflight is a red false tabby with level 2 white spotting, and Bramble Star is a black tabby. Alderpaw is a red false tabby, and Sparkpaw is a red tabby. This family is not possible. Sparkpaw should be a tortie. Alderpaw is correct, though, so Sparkpaw ruins everything, even though your name is cool. Next, we have Starflower and Clear Sky and their offspring Tiny Branch, Flowerfoot, and Dew Petal. Starflower is a red tabby with level 4 white spotting, and Clear Sky is a solid blue. Tiny Branch is tan and silver, which would make him a blue tortie and another male calico. Well, he doesn't have any offspring, so he could be sterile. And Flowerfoot is a cinnamon tabby, and Dew Petal is a blue and white bicolor. This family is not possible as the females need to be torties, but I guess Tiny Branch kinda works. Yeah. Next, we have Sunfish and Beetlenose and their offspring Grass Kit and Vixen Kit. We don't know much about Sunfish other than she's light-colored and Beetlenose is a solid black. Grass Kit is a chocolate tabby and Vixen is a solid black. This family is only possible if Sunfish is also a tabby and both Sunfish and Beetlenose were chocolate carriers. Next, we have Sweetbriar and a Mystery Meat and her offspring Pine Star. Sweetbriar is a chocolate tabby and Pine Star is a chocolate solid. This family is possible if the father was either black with chocolate or a chocolate and a solid. Next, we have Swift Breeze and Adderfang, and their offspring Willowpelt, Patchpelt, Red Tail, Spotted Leaf, and Leopardfoot. Swift Breeze is a black tabby with level 4 white spotting, and Adderfang is a black tabby. Willow Pelt is a blue or black chinchilla. Patch Pelt is a black and white bicolor. Red Tail is a black tortie that I've already had my spiel with. Spotted Leaf is a chocolate tortie, and Leopard Foot is a black smoke. Ooh. This family is not even possible if Swift Breeze was a silver. Neither parents are red, giving Red Tail or Spotted Leaf, meaning that they shouldn't even exist. We can only speculate that Swift Breeze was a silver to give Willow Pelt and Leopard Foot silver presents. Only Patch Pelt really can work. My goodness. Next we have Tall Poppy and a Mystery Mate and her offspring Toadfoot and Apple Fur. Tall Poppy is a cinnamon tabby, Toadfoot is a chocolate solid, and Apple Fur is a cinnamon tabby. This family is possible if the father was a chocolate or a cinnamon carrier. Next we have Tansy and a Mystery Mate and her offspring Frog and Willowtail. Tansy is a solid blue, Frog is a blue tabby, and Willowtail is a chocolate tabby. This family is possible if the father was a black homozygous tabby and both him and Tansy carried chocolate. Next we have Tawny Pelt and Rowan Star and their offspring Tiger Heart, Flametail, and Dawn Pelt. Tawny Pelt is a blue tortie and Rowan Star is a red false tabby. Tiger Star is a black tabby, Flametail is a red false tabby, and Dawn Pelt is a cream tabby. This family is not possible as Dawn Pelt should be a tortie, but the males are correct, so Dawn Pelt ruins everything. Next we have Tawny Spots and Willow Pelt and their offspring Dark Stripe. Did I say Tawny Pelt? I meant Tawny Spots. Tawny Spots is a blue tabby, and Willow Pelt is a blue or black chinchilla. Dark Stripe is a black tabby. If Willow Pelt is a black chinchilla, then it is possible for Dark Stripe to be black. And there is no silver, but I guess if he's the only one, then he got the 50% chance. Next is Thistleclaw and Snowfur and their offspring, White Storm. Thistleclaw is a black shaded, and Snowfur is white with blue-tipped ears with level 9 white spotting. White Storm is white. This family is possible as White Storm can either be shaded black or blue under his white. White Storm is also level 10 white spotting, not a dominant. Next we have Tiger Star and Golden Flower and their offspring, Bramble Star and Tawny Pelt. Tiger Star is a black tabby and Golden Flower is a red tabby. Bramble Star is a black tortie. Black tabby, and Tawny Pelt is a blue tortie. This family is not possible as Bramble Star needs to be either red or cream, but it's so close. Next we have Timber Fur and Otter Splash and their offspring Retail, Loud Belly, what does that mean? And Sedge Whisker. Timber Fur is a black tabby with level 3 white spotting, and Otter Splash is a red and white bicolor false tabby. Retail is a blue tabby, Loud Belly is a solid chocolate, and Sedge Creek is a chocolate tabby. This family is not possible as Sedge Creek should be a tortie, and Retail and Loud Belly should either be red or cream. Next we have Toadskip and Nittlespot and their offspring Cloud Pelt and Little Kit. Toadskip is a black and white bicolor tabby, and Nittlespot is most likely a red shaded. Cloud Pelt is white and Little Kit is a cinnamon tabby. This family is not possible as Little Kit should be a tortie, but as long as Cloud Pelt is also a red shade under his level 10 white spotting, then he could pass. So even though Little Kit sounds so cute, she shouldn't exist. Next we have Turtle Tail and Tom and their offspring Owlstar, Pebbleheart, and Sparrowfur. Turtle Tail is a black calico, and Tom is a red false tabby. Owlstar is a blue solid, Pebbleheart is a blue tabby, and Sparrowfur is a cinnamon tortie. This family is almost possible because coloring wise it does fit. Sparrowfur is a tortie, and Owl and Star and Pebbleheart can be blues since Turtletail has black and both her and Tom could be dilution carriers. But Pebbleheart's a tabby, and Turtletail and Tom are not tabbies. Next we have Velvet and Stick and their offspring Red. Very original. Velvet is solid blue and Stick is solid chocolate. Red is a false red tabby. This is not possible, and neither parents are red. Red should be black, blue, chocolate, or lilac, and very, opposite of his name. Next, we have Violet and a Mystery Mate and her offspring, Lulu, Patch, Bella Paw, and Riley Paw. Violet is a red tabby. Lulu is a cream false tabby. Patch is another male tortie. Another one? Well, he's a blue tortie. Bella Paw is a red false tabby, and Riley Paw is a blue tabby. This family is not possible, even if we can determine the father's colors, as Riley Paw and Patch Paw should be red or cream like their mother. Lulu and Bella Paw would need a red father in order to be cream or red, but since their brothers have blue, they would have to be torties. Next, we have White Storm and Willow Pelt and their offspring, Rain Whisker, Soot Fur, and Sorrow Tail. White Storm is a level 10 white spotting, and Willow Pelt is either a blue or black chinchilla. Rain Whisker is a solid blue, Soot Fur is either a black or blue chinchilla, and Sorrow Tail is a black calico. Now, this family actually could be possible if White Storm had black underneath him, which would give Soot Fur it would give Rain Whisker and Sorrow Tail, Sorrow Tail to be able to be black. I wrote this down wrong, so that's why I'm stuttering a lot. So this family actually is possible. Willow Pelt would have given her silver to Soot Fur, and if she was blue, and Rain Whisker would still be blue, and Sorrow Tail would get black. Oh, wait, no. Actually, it doesn't work. Oh, I'm so sorry. Actually, it doesn't work because White Storm would have to be... Sorrow Tail needs to get red from somewhere if she's a black calico. So I'm sorry, this family actually doesn't work. Next, we have Willow Nose and a Mystery Mate and her offspring, Shellheart. Willow's nose is of unknown coloring, but Shellheart is a blue tabby. We can assume that Willow Nose and the father are either both blacks with dilution, one is blue or one is black with dilution, or both are blues. So since this one doesn't have enough information, we can say this family is possible. Next, we have Willow Pelt and Patch Pelt and their offspring, Gray Stripe. Willow Pelt is a blue shaded and Patch Pelt is a black and white bicolor. Gray Stripe is a blue tabby. But this family is not possible as Gray Stripe is a tabby and neither the parents are. Oh wait, never mind. Shaded is a tabby. This family is possible. Never mind, I screwed up. Next we have Wind and Gore Star and their offspring Emberkit, Dust Muzzle, Morning Whisker, and Mothflight. Wind is a chocolate tabby and Gore Star is a blue tabby. Emberkit is a chocolate tabby with level 3 white spotting. Dust Muzzle is a blue tabby. Morning Whisker is a chocolate tabby with level 4 white spotting. And Mothflight is white. This family is probable if Gore Star was a chocolate carrier and if both parents are level 1 white spotting. It also looks like Wind and Gore Star are both homozygous tabbies. So as long as the offspring seem to be tabbies, Mothflight would be... Yeah, as long as all the other offspring are tabbies, this would work. And Mothflight looks to be a level 10 white spotting. Next we have Windflight and Poppydon and their offspring, Sweetpaw, Rosetail, and Thistleclaw. Windflight is a blue tabby and Poppydon is a red tabby. Sweetpaw is a black calico, Rosetail is probably a red tabby, and Thistleclaw is a blue and white bicolor tabby. This family is not possible as Rosetail would also need to be a tortie, and Thistleclaw should either be red or cream. Next is Wrenflight and a Mystery Mate and their offspring, One Star. Wrenflight is a chocolate solid and One Star is a cinnamon tabby. This family is possible if the father was a chocolate tabby carrying cinnamon or a cinnamon tabby. And lastly, we have Yellow Fang and Ragged Star and their offspring, Broken Star. Yellow Fang is a blue solid and Ragged Star is a black tabby, and Broken Star is a black tabby. This family is probable. Ragged Star's black gene was passed on to Broken Star. And we're done. Wow, I started a lot. And I know, okay, as we see here, a lot of these families shouldn't exist. And I know you might say I missed some kittens, and I know I did, but that's because there wasn't enough information on those kittens before they died, before we knew anything about them. Oh, and I know this video was on the negative side a little bit. You know, me with the male calicos. Of course, I should talk because I have a male calico OC. But I validated by him being the only male Calico OC at all. Like, I'm not even planning any of our kids' OCs to be, like, male Calicos. Oh, and it really sounds like I don't like these books, but I have never read them before, and there's probably a good reason why I haven't read them if I'm harking on these families too much. I also do think that Erin Hunter didn't research enough when she was making these characters, but I'm not going to hate on her, because she has a lot of characters, and I would probably lose track of who was related to who. So I guess I could let that pass, and I mean they're all written down, so there's nothing I can do about that. But we've gone through the entire families in the Warriors series in just under an hour and a half. Thank you for listening, and if I actually made a mistake, feel free to comment below. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna eat some supper. Bye.